Alright, welcome back. This is probably going to be one of, if not the, final episode about learning fighting games. Of course, we've already gone over special moves, normals, throws, you know the works, you've been here. What I'm going to teach you today is about the bottom meter on the screen right there. In Street Fighter, and in most games, that is the super meter for the super combo or just a super. Supers are pumped up versions of sometimes special moves or sometimes completely unique attacks that a character will have. Of course, you use these by spending the meter. Now, it is a little hard to speak about specifically super combos, aside from just that, because they kind of tie in with other things that are system mechanics of each individual fighting game. For Street Fighter 6, the green bar up top is the Street Fighter 6 exclusive drive meter. This is what uses EX moves, which are powered up versions of special moves. It uses up the drive meter, as well as other various mechanics that Street Fighter 6 has to itself. But in older games, there was no drive meter, so your super meter would instead drain if you used an EX move. Now, to build super meter, it somewhat depends on what the fighting game says. In older fighting games, you can sometimes just whiff normals from full screen and gain super meter. That is not in Street Fighter 6. But usually, if you hit the opponent, you will gain super meter, and if you take damage or if you block an attack, you will also gain super meter. There are some odd case exceptions that usually don't matter, like Aki's down taunt.
The master's prized poison. The perfect, beautiful, most brilliantly crafted poison! Now you'll get a taste.
Or if you're feeling funky, DJ has a little down-down input in Street Fighter 6. He pulls out his maracas, and... ooh, look at him go! And we have full super meter with very little effort. Now, you also have to wonder if your fighting game of choice has multiple supers that your characters can do. For Street Fighter 6, each character has at least 3 supers. They have a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. That is why there are 3 super meters, stocks, down at the bottom. You are allowed to choose between each and any of them whenever you're in a match, given that you have enough meter. Anywhere from older titles to even modern fighting games, you will only have one super of choice. In older games like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, you might be able to only choose one super, but you can pick one from a list of 3. For example, Chun-Li has her Hikosho, which in Street Fighter 6 is her level 1, and then her level 2 is her big flippy dippy kick. Oh. Uh-oh. And yep, there's the Ken level 2. Now, let's go for Street Fighter 6. How do you know how to do your super moves when you have super meter? Well, just like looking for your special moves, you can open up the command list for your character and go over to supers. In Street Fighter 6, it will give you the input of the super and the little diagram over on the right teaching you what it does. Now, you will see here that I have picked Akuma, and he is a very unique exception for most characters because he has 5 listed supers here, but we'll go over that right now. Now, I know those inputs may look a little daunting, and sometimes they can be, but I want you to remember this. A lot of times, a super move will just be a super version of a special move. For example, Akuma has a fireball, core circle forward, punch. His fireball level 1 super is 2 quarter circle forwards and then a punch input. Akuma's lava palm move is quarter circle back and punch. He has a level 2 super that is a lava palm super. And you guessed it, double core circle back and punch. And the level 3 is double core circle forward and kick, even though it's more of a punching motion. This will happen in some games, and it's mostly due to overlap, because obviously it would look like it's a punching move, so you would think double core circle forward and punch, but that would give you the level 1. So in order to combat this, you have it on kick. And if you try and separate it from what the move looks like to what the input does for you, then it won't matter at all. Akuma is a pretty privileged character in this game, point being that he has more than 3 supers. He has an air version of his level 1 fireball super, which is done with kick in the air. And if he is within a low enough health range, he has his iconic Raging Demon, which is a much harder input of light punch forward, light kick, heavy punch. Let me see, it's a little hard. There it goes. And he is pretty privileged in this fact that he has multiple supers, and this one is really hard to do. Usually you don't have to worry about it all that much. Or, you could just be an even more cool character and have a secret form that has an even more secret special super that isn't even listed on the command list. Last kind of super that I want to go over is an install super. It will not give you an attack usually, but it will turn your super meter into a timer. And during this timer, you will have a certain enhancement, like being able to throw little sonic booms without charge, or whatever your character-specific one will be. Now, if you want to throw out a raw super, it might hit and might do good damage, but if it's not invincible, or you just don't time it right, or they're too far away, it might leave you in a very, very bad spot to get punished. You can curb this lack of safety by doing it in a combo. Now, Street Fighter 6 specifically has a pretty streamlined system on how you can cancel into your supers. All moves that are flashing red will be able to cancel into special moves, but also supers. And that counts for any super, level 1, level 2, or level 3. And the same is for the blue flashes. A lot of the blue flashes, not all of them, but a lot of the blue flashes will be able to cancel into a super. That's what it's meant for. But that's all you can cancel a level 1 super out of. It gets less restrictive as you go up the pipeline, but for EX moves, you can cancel into the level 2. if you try and do it with the level 1, it won't come out. If you're Luke, all you have to do is wait instead of super canceling, and you can link into his level 1, but that's quite a rare case. And now, what sets a level 3 apart from level 2s and level 1s is that it has one more unique cancel into it, and that is a regular special move. This is incredibly powerful, as typically you'll be doing a lot of damage, and that will be after you've already hit them with a few normals, and you go into a special move and cancel into your level 3. Obviously, as a combo goes along, it will start to do less damage, so you'll need to find your more optimal routes if you're going to combo into it. But you can always use a reliable special move. See, you barely even saw that. That was a fireball into level 3. It's crazy what you can do with just a little bit of wiggle room. Now, whenever I was going over command grabs last time, I told you that they usually can't be comboed into. And for supers that are command grabs, it's sometimes the same, sometimes not. It will always depend on the character and the move. But for someone like Manon, you can pretty easily combo a hit into her command grab level 3. But some characters will have the problem with their command grab level 3 that you can jump after the super freeze happens and completely avoid the move entirely. Now, obviously, on a character like Zangief, his level 3 super is going to be much harder to combo into because of how he's designed. Even if you take his cancelable Lariat into his level 3, it will whiff. But if you go into EX Lariat and specifically cancel, like, the first, frame that it's active, you can combo into it. Now, as compensation for Zangief not being able to combo into his level 3 command grab as easily, he has the special property that his super cannot be jumped after the super flash. If you have not already held up before the super flash happens, you can and will be command grabbed. Even though she was clearly jumping at the time that Zangief would have been trying to grab her, it doesn't matter. It was after the super flash had happened. And finally, I want to go over charge supers. Just like any regular charge move, they require their specific charge. They will usually be a back charge, and then you must hit forward, back, and then forward and the attack button in pretty quick succession in order to get your super. This makes it pretty hard to combo into sometimes. You will usually have to find either some whack hit off of a move like that will give you enough charge, or make a combo that's long enough to charge into it and cancel out of it. It's a little hard, but if you saw the end of the last video, you can cancel Guile's flash kick into his level 3, which kinda cuts into the damage a lot, and if your opponent is already jumping in on you, then why not just raw level 3? But they can be useful. It just takes some time getting used to, and I mean, if you're Guile and you don't really need to combo into it.
You put up a fight.
And that's gonna be it for me today. I really hope that you've enjoyed this series, or at least found some use for it, because getting into fighting games can be a little bit hard, and having someone teach you at least some of the basics will help you ease into the fighting game. I know I didn't go that deep into it, but that's because fighting games are unique in their own special way from even the same series. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and go and play some fighting games, whatever you want.
Easy operation.